This is Gary Geiman with the Dominate the Day podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to help you get 1% better in your business, provide clarity, and give you some ideas that will help you grow your business. If you're ready to dominate the day, let's go.
Dominate the day, that's what we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening, cause every single damn day, the mission is to dominate. You already know we're here to dominate the day. So if you want to dominate every day, then let's go, it's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.
Every day, one foot in front of the other. There have been days where I scratch my head. I've had days where I'm like, man, I could go work for somebody else and get rid of half of these problems, you know? But then I remember why I'm doing it and I get that out of my mind. But it's absolutely the truth. Like, not quitting puts you ahead of most people, you know? And you think about, I think about people that I know that either own businesses or have started businesses that are employees somewhere. Like, they quit. And, you know, it's those people that say to me or others, probably you too, you get this, I'm sure, man, it must be nice. Must be nice, right? And we have a friend of ours that'll say that every once in a while, and they'll say it. They say it like this. I wish I had your life for one day. And I always say to my wife, because I don't say it to this person, but I always say to my wife, if only I get to pick the day. Only I get to pick the day, right? Because this entrepreneur, this business owner thing, like, it's not easy. And, you know, you said don't quit. And it sounds easy, sounds simple. But some days, man, it's hard. Like, you know, if you have employees that you have to pay, whenever that payroll cycle is, that's hard. That's hard, you know. If you have expenses in your business, and every business does, that one big expense that is that large check you have to write every single month, like, that's hard. That's hard, and that's just the financial aspect of it. I haven't even gotten into customer relations, employee relations, rules, laws, all the other things, taxes, you know, all those things. And not quitting is huge. I mean, it sums up the winners and losers, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yep, sure do.
So in your bio, you talked about supporting children in Colombia and the Philippines. Yep. My wife and I do some similar things locally. And so when people talk about kids, they got my ear. My wife and I both, she was totally adopted by both parents. I was adopted by one parent. So, you know, we were potentially really close to being orphans, right? So any kid that needs resources, we focus on helping them as much as we can throughout the year. So tell me a little bit about your passion there and what it involves.
Yeah, so both locations we're doing stuff for children and families. So I'll talk about Colombia first because I'm there the most. And in Colombia, every year we host a Halloween party. COVID kind of screwed that up the past couple of years, but this past Halloween we were able to do it again. And that Halloween party is really cool. And I put up the money for the whole entire party. We arrange for the equivalent of like a clown to come in. It's more of like a actor person, and then horses. We actually bring horses in for the children to ride the horses.
Cool.
There's on my Instagram or on YouTube. There's videos of that I've uploaded and I put on my Facebook somewhere, my profile picture, and I think on one of my socials. And basically, that one was cool. I was one of the White Walkers from Game of Thrones, so I had a face painter come in for the children and also for myself. And so we put on the whole entire party. My company sponsors the whole party for the children. Probably cost me anywhere from $500 to $1,000 when it's all finished. Candy, horses are not cheap, and so that's really cool. Philippines, we partner with an organization called the JCI, and the JCI, what they will do is they'll be the ones to organize everything, and then I'm pretty much a money guy. I'm the guy that puts up the money for it. Obviously, I'm not over there, so I can't.
Yeah.
Colombia, I'm like helping kids get on the horse and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I'm down there throwing out candy, and kids are going nuts over the candy.
Right.
And Philippines, we do the JCI, and with that is all kinds of stuff that we have done, from helping women get access to feminine hygiene products, to children, you name it, Christmas gifts. And then Colombia, the big thing I'm working on now, I'm in the planning stage of it currently, because I like obviously running a business, but when it comes to charity stuff, I love the planning and organizing it all, because it's a very similar thing, but we don't get paid money, but we get paid in, watching something cool happen. Like when I'm at the Halloween thing, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I basically created this out of nothing.
Yeah.
But the big thing we're working on now, that I'm working on with some small schools down in Colombia, is teaching kids how to read and how to write and speak English for free, because that's something that does cost a lot of money down there to learn English. So teaching kids that may not have the opportunity to learn English, if they want to learn English, basically provided an opportunity for them to learn English without having to pay tons of money. Basically for free is what we're doing it.
Cool. That is some good stuff, man. Nothing better than making kids smile and letting them have fun, especially especially kids that are in disadvantaged situations and they didn't have anything to do with it. Like they're not in control of that. You know what I mean? So making them smile, giving them a good time, like I'm all about that. And sure, you're supposed to give to help others and not really expect anything in return. But I'll be honest, I give because I like that feeling and I like seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
And it motivates me to do as much as we possibly can. So good for you, and look forward to hearing more about that. So audience is listening in. They hear us talk about lead follow-up, outsourcing, telemarketing, outsourcing, working leads, things like that. How can somebody get a hold of you? I'm going to drop links in the show notes for sure, but what's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you, and what type of what type of customer, what type of business needs your services?
Yeah, there's all kinds of businesses that we've worked with over the years. A lot of what we're doing right now is specifically with contractors, kind of niching down in that aspect. So, contractors that are generating leads, they don't have time to call them. Excuse me. And then they need those leads called and booked into an appointment. They're running ads on Facebook or wherever, SEO, or they've got inbound calls coming in and no one's answering them. That's the type of client that we work with. Facebook is probably going to still be the best route to get a hold of me, and shooting me a message on Facebook. We do have a company phone number, but really probably the best route is going to be our Facebook channel.
Okay.
My Facebook, James King Baskin.
Check out James. Like I said, in the show notes, check that out. James and I, we were talking earlier. We may have to figure something out. I like property manager marketing. He might be a resource. We'll see. Well, you guys listening, I'll give you just enough to make you a little horny. That's all. We'll see what happens. But man, I appreciate your time. I'm glad you got to enjoy a cigar. I'm in a office building that has way too many rules. So I'm not allowed to.
We'll send you. I'm going to send you some cigars after the show. Send me your address. We'll send you some cigars.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. Enjoy the Florida weather. I see you are. Thanks for your time. And guys, if you're listening, get in touch with James. Definitely, if you're producing leads at volume, he can help you with the follow-up, help you close more leads, and help you make more money, which obviously is going to help you dominate the day.
What we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening, cause every single damn day the mission is to dominate. You already know we're here to dominate the day. So if you wanna dominate every day, then let's go, it's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.